Uzbekistan is rightfully considered one of the nations with the strongest judo traditions, producing athletes who combine exceptional technique, explosive dynamics, and a true sense of spectacle. In this video, we present a collection of 3 fascinating stories about the most technical and exciting judo masters whose names are known around the world. We will not only explore their athletic journeys, but also break down the best moments of their careers. The matches that became examples of supreme skill, courage, and strategic brilliance. These stories reveal why the Uzbek school of judo is rightfully regarded as one of the most respected in the world. Diyorbek Urozboev is the athlete who made many people fall in love with judo. Urozboev is a role model for many young athletes throughout Uzbekistan. He is a world championship medalist, Olympic medalist, and winner of the Asian Games. Urozboev is one of the most technical judokas on the planet. His crowning throw and painful flying arm tackle are just cosmic. Diyorbek Urozboev was madly in love with the Grand Prix tournaments held in his native Uzbekistan. So in 2014, a Grand Prix tournament was held in Tashkent. In this shot, you can see one of the most favorite handholds from the Uzbek. Urozboev shows excellent wrestling and confidently goes into the final against his Mongolian opponent. Diyorbek Urozboev managed to throw his clinch for a score. But in the end, the representative of Uzbekistan was defeated in this encounter. It was the first medal from the World Series tournaments for Urozboev, silver of Tashkent Grand Prix 2014, Tbilisi Grand Prix 2015. Excellent wrestling and powerful throws performed by the Uzbek judoka, everything according to the classics. First, a great back throw against the judoka from Armenia. Then a powerful step up against the representative of Mongolia. In the end, Urozboev made a mistake in the semifinal, lost to a judoka from Germany after the hardest fight, and went on to the bronze medal bout. In the bout for bronze, he had to fight with Judo Smetov. A tough confrontation, considering the physical shape of both judokas in those years. In the end, Urozboev demonstrated 2 identical moves, defeated the Kazakh, and became the bronze medalist of the Tbilisi Grand Prix 2015. We move on to 2016 and the Tbilisi Grand Prix again. Before that, Urozboev performed at the World Championships in Astana, where he took 7th place, losing to Judo Smetov in the quarterfinals and to Korean Kim Won-jin in the consolation bout. Let me remind you that Smetov became the world champion then. Let's return to the Tbilisi Grand Prix. An excellent combination of assessment in the second round brings victory to Urozboev. Then there was a semi-final against Otar Bestev from Kyrgyzstan and a beautiful throw by Tai Otoshi on Ippon. In the end, the Uzbek reached the final against Amartuvshin Dashtava from Mongolia and defeated him with a backhand throw from his knees on Ippon. This was the first gold medal from a Grand Prix tournament in Diyorbek Urozboev's career. Asian Championships 2016, which was held in Tashkent. Judo Smetov, who was the world champion at that time, and of course, Diyorbek Urozboev reached the final. A very interesting fight with a rather unexpected outcome. In the end, as you can see, Urozboev, winning by Shido, half a minute before the end, goes for a knee throw, and Smetov wins by painful hold on the arm. Second place for Diyorbek Urozboev at the Asian Championships, and a gold medal for Judo Smetov. And a great fight from 2 legends of our favorite sport. The Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro 2016 is the most important and most responsible tournament in Diyorbek Urozboev's career. Uzbek was able to win the competition and go to these games. In the first bout of the Olympics, the Uzbek defeated the Australian judoka with a crowning, painful hold on the arm. In the third round, Urozboev literally dominated the entire bout, with many throwing entries, waza-ari scores, and passing. The Olympic quarterfinals, Smetov versus Urozboev again. But this time, Judo Smetov is stronger again and defeats the Uzbek thanks to a back throw from his knees. Well, it is necessary to gather strength in a fist and to fight for bronze. Diyorbek Urozboev does so. First, he defeats Felipe Kitadai from Brazil in the consolation bout. Then in the bout for bronze, Amiran Papanashvili. A crowning throw brings him an Olympic bronze medal. We are heading into 2017. Since winning bronze at the Olympics, Urozboev has had a nice white streak in his career. World Championships Budapest 2017. In the first bout, the Uzbek wins thanks to a signature hold on Ippon. Then the third round against Amiran Papinashvili, where Urozboev also defeats his opponent, but with another crowning and favorite hold, the painful arm hold. In the quarterfinals of the World Championship, Urozboev again performs a painful hold on the arm of his opponent from Mongolia and enters the semifinals of the competition against Orkan Safarov. The representative of Azerbaijan stops Urozboev one step away from the final, and the Uzbek will have to meet for bronze against his compatriot. And what we see is a crowning throw over the head with a front hook that brings the second most important medal in a row in Urozboev's career. It was the first medal in the Uzbek's career since the World Championships. 2018 Asian Games in Jakarta. The white streak in Diyorbek Urozboev's career continues. Asian Games is a mini Olympic Games, or Continental Games, which are also held every 4 years. This is the most important tournament for every Asian athlete: joy, intensity of emotions, and so on. In the first bout, Urozboev defeated Ippon of India, then immediately went into the quarterfinals against Yan Youngwei from Taiwan, who will reach great heights in the future. But on this day, Urozboev proved to be stronger and reached the semifinals. In the semifinals, he defeated Lee Harim of Korea, who will also show himself well in the future and win more than one important medal. With a crowning throw, Urozboev advances to the final against Toru Shishime of Japan. Urozboev also finishes with his crown throw and becomes the champion. Olympic bronze, World Championship bronze, and Asian Games gold were all won with his signature overhead throw with a front hook. Such a great story. That same year, 2018, saw the Grand Prix held in Tashkent. The Uzbek audience welcomed their star as always with applause and jubilation. As always, Urozboev delighted the audience with a good fight, and he managed to reach the final by defeating Amartufshin Dashtava from Mongolia in the semifinals. But in the bouts for gold, Diyorbek Urozboev lost to Boldbatar Ganbat from Mongolia, and again left the Tashkent Grand Prix without a gold medal. The Uzbek made a slight mistake in this meeting and lost with a throw on Ippon. The World Championships in Tokyo in 2019 became the last in the career of the Uzbek. There he lost in the third bout to Yang Youngwei from Taiwan and by Ippon. Here is such a beautiful rematch from Yang Youngwei over Urozboev, and there was a generational change. And here it is, the last Grand Prix Tashkent in Urozboev's career. Maybe now there will be a gold medal, so to say goodbye. But no. Despite good wrestling and throws, Urozboev loses in the semifinals to Yago Abuladze and goes to the bronze medal bout. In the bronze medal bout, Urozboev defeats Tayotoshi with a spectacular throw and wins the last medal from a Grand Prix tournament of his career. Then that same year was the Grand Slam tournament in Abu Dhabi. Diyorbek Urozboev placed third then, and it was the last bronze medal of Urozboev's career. And in general, the last medal in his career from international tournaments. But look what a beautiful throw Diyorbek Urozboev won this bout. So to speak, he declared himself for the last time. The Masters tournament in Doha was the last major tournament for Urozboev, except for the Spring Grand Slam in Tashkent, where he lost in the first bout. In Doha, Urozboev was able to show Ippon thanks to his crowning throw and please the fans. After Tashkent, Urozboev was disqualified due to doping violations until the fall of 2024. Thus, it became clear that he will miss the Olympic Games in Paris and Tokyo. You could say it was the end of his career. And so it did. Diyorbek Urozboev, at the age of 30, announced the end of his sports career and began coaching Uzbek youth. Uzbek judoka Shakhram Akhadov has had a very difficult path to success, and now we can see him in the best form of his career at a fairly mature age for an athlete. Akhadov is one of the most spectacular and striking judokas on the Uzbekistan national team. He is a very extraordinary and emotional athlete, Asian champion, winner and prize winner of many IJF tournaments. Today, we will look at his career, which is marked by spectacular throws. Let's rewind to 2018 at the Tunis Grand Prix. At that time, Shakhram competed in the minor 66 kilograms category. Notably, this was his very first IJF World Tour event, his international debut. The opening match was tough, going into golden score. The young Akhadov won with Soda Tsurikomi Goshi. In the second round, he defeated the Ukrainian representative by scoring 2 waza-ari. In the semi-final, Akhadov overcame an Egyptian judoka. The joy was overwhelming. First international start and straight into the final. What a promising beginning. In the decisive match, he faced a Japanese opponent. And judoka from Japan in the -66 kg division are always a serious test. Yet, after 7 minutes of golden score, Akhadov defeated Taro Fujisaka, not to be confused with Taiko Fujisaka. That was the first gold medal of his career. Next came the Tbilisi Grand Prix, still at -66 kilograms. There he once again showcased his favorite soinage-style throws and claimed a bronze medal. In an interview, Akhadov admitted that soinage from his knees is his favorite technique, one he fell in love with as a child, and it shows, considering how often he uses it. 2019 Budapest Grand Prix. It might seem like a routine tournament, but in fact, it gathered many of the world's strongest athletes just before the World Championships. Winning a medal in this weight category was a massive challenge. In the first match, Akhadov defeated a German opponent with 1 waza-ari. Then, with a spectacular ippon, he beat Aram Grigorian. In round 3, his trademark soinage worked again against a Spanish judoka. In the quarterfinal, Akhadov overcame Baruch Shmailov of Israel, again with soinage. In the semifinal, he lost by Shido to an experienced Mongolian fighter, which sent him to the bronze medal match. There he faced another tough opponent from Israel, Tal Flicker. But one more soinage brought Akhadov victory and a bronze medal. Then came his first World Championships, Tokyo 2019. The competition was immense, nearly 1,000 athletes. Akhadov impressed. In his opening contest, he won with his favorite throw. In the second round, he scored an ippon with osotogari against a judoka from Nepal. In round 3, another soinage earned him a waza-ari and victory. In the fourth fight, he was stopped by eventual finalist Kim Lim-hwan of South Korea. Nevertheless, it was a strong and respectable World Championships debut. After that came 3 years without significant results, a dark period. Akhadov moved up to -73 kilograms, but adjusting to the new weight proved difficult. 3 years without medals. Finally, Abu Dhabi Grand Slam 2022. Shakhram delivered excellent performances, beating strong opponents. In the quarterfinal, he defeated Asian champion Daniyar Shamshayev of Kazakhstan. In the semifinal, he lost to Nils Stump, who would later become world champion. But in the bronze medal match, Akhadov refocused and threw for ippon to claim his first World Tour medal in his new weight category. His career has always been about challenges, ups and downs. Proving himself as the best 73 kilograms in Uzbekistan was no easy task. Next came the 2022 World Judo Masters in Jerusalem. The opening fight was tough and went into golden score, but Akhadov won with his favorite soinage. In round 2, he beat the experienced Spaniard Salvador Casas Roca with Soda Tsurikomi Goshi. In the quarterfinal, he threw the Moldovan representative for ippon. In the semifinal, he beat fellow Uzbek Obitkon Nomanov with a soinage from his knees. In the final, Akhadov faced Brazilian Olympic and world medalist Daniel Cardnan. Shakhram lost, but silver at the Masters was a huge achievement in his new weight class. Abu Dhabi Grand Slam 2023. This time, Akhadov came as one of the favorites. In round 1, he won by Shido. Then in the second contest, he scored an ippon against the Ecuadorian judoka. In the quarterfinal, he once again faced Salvador Casas Roca and treated him to a flight courtesy of his trademark soinage. In the semifinal, Akhadov capitalized on a mistake from the young Azerbaijani Murad Mamadaliyev and won by ippon. For the first time, Shakhram reached a Grand Slam final. There he met European champion Akil Jakova. It was a crucial fight. Jakova was seeking to regain confidence, while Akhadov wanted gold in his first final. And it was Akhadov who became the pilot of the soinage plane, sending Jakova flying. Victory by ippon gave the Uzbek judoka his first ever Grand Slam gold, a massive result in the context of Olympic qualification. Olympic year 2024. At the Tashkent Grand Slam, Akhadov again was among the favorites. He reached the semi-final but lost to Italy's Manuel Lombardo, a 2-time world silver medalist. In the bronze medal match, he faced Russia's Makhmudbekov. It was a tense fight, but Akhadov proved mentally stronger. Makhmudbekov's errors led to multiple Shidos and eventual disqualification. Akhadov claimed bronze on home soil. Antalya Grand Slam 2024. Once again, Shakhram showed spectacular judo. In the first fight, he won with his signature seoinage for ippon. Then a win by Shido. In the quarterfinal, he lost to Mamad Aliyev, but in the repechage, he refocused, scored ippon, and earned a shot at bronze. In the bronze medal contest, he faced promising Tajik judoka Abubakar Shirov. It was not easy, but Akhadov executed a stunning uchimata for ippon and added another medal to his collection. At the 2024 World Championships, Akhadov lost in round 2 to the eventual Japanese finalist. And at the Olympic Games, he wasn't selected. The coaching staff chose Muro John Yuldashev, who failed to win a medal. Many saw that as a mistake, given Akhadov's excellent form at the time. Paris Grand Slam 2025, Akhadov entered as one of the favorites again. In his opening match, he threw his Ivorian opponent for ippon with his trademark technique. In the round of 16, a confident win. In the quarterfinal, he beat the French representative by Shido, showing great stamina. In the semi-final, he faced a Portuguese judoka, catching him for a small score, enough to advance to his second career Grand Slam final. Once again, his opponent was Akil Jakova, just like a year and a half earlier. This time, Gyakova was an Olympic semi-finalist. The fight was intense and tactical. Akhadov came out on top by Shido. His second Grand Slam gold was a perfect start to 2025. Asian Championships 2025. That spring, Shakhram became Asian champion for the first time in his career, confirming both his excellent form and his leadership in the Uzbek national team. Rishod Sobirov, one of the most technical judoka in history. His arsenal of throws was truly enormous. The Uzbek could win regardless of who stepped onto the tatami against him, whether Japanese, Europeans, or other world-class opponents. Without question, he is one of the greatest judoka in the history of Uzbekistan, a true legend and national sports icon, deserving of special attention. Rishod Sobirov is a 3-time Olympic medalist and a 2-time world champion. Sobirov's first major international tournament was the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. On the way to the final, he lost to a Korean opponent and ended up in the bronze medal match against a French judoka. He won by the smallest margin and became an Olympic bronze medalist in the -60 kg category. His very first international medal, and right away at the Olympic Games. An incredibly promising beginning. In 2009, at the Hamburg Grand Prix, already competing as one of the favorites, Sobirov faced Japanese judoka Hiroaki Hiroka on his way to the final. This rivalry would later become legendary, as you'll see in this video. Rishod executed a drop soinage and confidently defeated the Japanese to reach the final. There, he beat a Cuban representative and claimed his first IJF World Tour gold medal. In 2010, at the prestigious Masters in Suwon, Korea, almost 200 of the world's top judoka from more than 30 nations competed. And once again, the final brought Sobirov against Hiraoka, the king of ko-uchi attacks. Hiraoka was also one of the most technical judoka in the world at that time. The Japanese scored first with a seoinage, but Rishod answered with a brilliant foot sweep combination, snatching victory and his first Masters title. That same year, at the Asian Championships in Guangzhou, China, the story repeated. The final was Sobirov versus Hiraoka. A golden match filled with exchanges and mutual throwing attempts. After a balanced fight, Rishod once again scored with a drop soinage for waza ari. Uzbekistan had a new Asian champion. A continental title, a crucial milestone in any judoka's career. The 2010 World Championships in Tokyo, the home of traditional judo and massive competition. Sobirov confidently advanced through the draw, beating Italy's Elio Verde in the quarterfinal. On the other side, Hiroka lost his quarterfinal to Arsen Galstyan, which meant there would be no clash between the Uzbek and the Japanese this time. In the semi-final, Rishod defeated Beslan Mudranov and advanced to the world final. Waiting for him there was the reigning world champion Georgy Zantaraya of Ukraine, who had fought his way through in brilliant style. Sobirov attacked with Osotogari, rotated through Zantaraya to become world champion for the first time in his career at -60 kilograms, a moment he would never forget. In 2011 came another Masters, this time in Baku. The reigning world champion, Rishod Sobirov, entered as one of the top favorites. He stormed through to the quarterfinal, where he beat the explosive Amiran Papanashvili of Georgia, then defeated Beslan Mudranov in the semi-final. In the final, Sobirov unleashed a spectacular ippon with kata guruma, securing yet another prestigious title. And yes, 2011 was a busy year for Sobirov. Next was the Paris Grand Slam, one of the most prestigious events on the calendar and his last test before defending his world title. Paris has always been a legendary tournament for judoka around the world. Sobirov showed his trademark judo, winning with clean ippons. In the quarterfinal, he faced Toru Shishime, a dangerous Japanese Uchimata specialist. Sobirov countered beautifully to win. In the semi-final, he met Papanashvili once again. The Georgian scored first, but Sobirov responded with a huge ippon to reach the final. There he faced Arsen Davtyan of Armenia. Watch closely. Sobirov's footwork and gripping here are just world-class. Another gold in Paris. Finally, the 2011 World Championships in Paris, the perfect place to defend his title. Sobirov moved through his opponents, defeating Azerbaijan's Ilgar Mushkiev in the quarterfinal with one of the most beautiful ippons of his career. In the semi-final, he faced Korean Kim Won-jin, who still competes today. Kim scored first and was ahead until the very last second, but Sobirov countered with just 1 second left, snatching victory and advancing to the final. There, his old rival Hiroaki Hiraoka awaited. With just 12 seconds left in the fight, Sobirov scored with a foot sweep entry and became two-time world champion. Another victory over the Japanese. Another win at the very last moment. A true display of character and Uzbek fighting spirit. At the 2012 Olympic Games in London, Sobirov defeated Felipe Kitadai of Brazil and reached the semi-final, where he lost to future champion Arsen Galstyan. In the bronze medal match against a French opponent, Rishod forced 3 Shidos and claimed his second Olympic bronze. I can't show footage from the Olympics here as it may be removed. Thanks for understanding. In 2014 at the Tashkent Grand Prix, Sobirov had moved up to -66 killing, a logical step after years of dominance at -60. It had been 2 years since London, and he hadn't had a major victory in that period. But at home, with the support of the crowd, he delivered. Sobirov beat Belarusian Dmitry Shershan in the quarterfinal, then Lavrentiev in the semi-final, reaching the final against Mongolia's Timur Kulegdavadorj. With 1 minute to go, he scored waza-ari with a kosoto-gari, then another waza-ari just before the end, and gold in Tashkent was his. In 2015 at the Samsun Grand Prix in Turkey, Sobirov again showed great form. In the final, he once more faced Mongolia's Davadorj. First, Rishod scored with Uchimata, then in the closing seconds, he threw again, securing another gold. Once more, the master of last-second victories. Then came the 2015 World Championships in Astana, the last World Championships of Sobirov's career. He beat a Venezuelan in round 1, then Armenia's Kazarayan in round 2, scoring a beautiful ippon seoinage, though it was awarded waza-ari. In round 3, he faced reigning world champion Masashi Ebinuma of Japan. The Japanese was the favorite, but remember the title of this video. Ebinuma attacked with Uchimata or Ko-uchi, but Sobirov countered perfectly for Ippon. The Japanese was stunned and the Uzbek advanced. But in the quarterfinal, Sobirov lost to young Korean An Bal, who went on to win the world title. In the repechage, Rishod defeated Elio Verde and reached the bronze medal match against Jansei Jumakanov of Kazakhstan. In front of the home crowd, the Kazakh pushed hard, but Sobirov combined Osotogari into Kosotogari for a score and victory. A bronze world medal in his new weight, and with it, qualification for his 3rd Olympic Games. The final chapter of Sobirov's career came at the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. He reached the quarterfinal, where once again he faced Korea's An Bal. Sobirov lost, as An went on to the final and took silver. In the repechage, Sobirov beat a Dominican opponent, then, in the bronze medal match, defeated a Slovenian judoka. With that, he claimed his 3rd Olympic bronze medal. This was the end of the brilliant career of Rishod Sobirov. Technical, spectacular, principled, and truly legendary. A fighter who gave Uzbekistan and the entire judo world countless unforgettable moments, emotions, and throws. And finally, credit must also go to Uzbekistan's head coach at the time, Andrei Anatolievich Shturbin. Together with Sobirov, he achieved all these results. In 2011, the International Judo Federation named him Coach of the Year.